Hello Waddesdon, welcome to my application.
What personal values guide my decisions and actions, and how do they show up in my daily life currently?
I would say my main guiding value is the need to act and give everything I do 100% effort. I want to get stuck in and get my hands dirty to create real results. With this attitude in mind, I'm currently volunteering at Calce Biological Research Station in Peru. Here, we're collecting measurements of biodiversity and uncovering data about the jungle and its inhabitants who live here. So I've just come back from a mammal transect in the Amazon jungle, and it's this can-do attitude that's allowed me to get to these sort of situations. I've thrown myself into every task here. I think I've really made the most out of this opportunity. I learned a lot from it.
Tell us about a time I engaged with heritage, cultural or historical work. What did I learn? I'm currently working on the Galapagos island of Isabella. Here, we work on the only organic farm on the whole island. It's really interesting to see how they live here, recycling all their food and using environmental farming practices. For example, they get rid of all their waste by using pigs. One of the most interesting things I've learnt here is the successful use of classical biological controls that has been implemented here because of an invasive insect species that was destroying the entire ecosystem, including crops. So to counter this, scientists had to come up with a new solution, as the usual chemical controls here would destroy the delicate ecosystem. So, to get over this, scientists decided to introduce this invasive species natural predator from Australia, the ladybird. Now this worked so well in reducing the invasive species population that ecosystems bounced back across the Galapagos and it saved particular areas of farmland. It's one of the many reasons we can work here without using any pesticides. It's really opened my eyes to the potential of nature-based solutions, and it made me see that there's endless possibilities in using nature to benefit humankind. What type of environment do I thrive in? I would say I'm a very adaptable person, being able to work in and thrive in many different types of environments. For example, here, 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 and here. But saying that, I most enjoy working outdoors, as you can see. I love getting my hands dirty and being creative to see a finished result. I make sure that I always give my best, no matter the task. Can I describe something positive happening in my local community? Why is this important, and what impact is it having or could it have in the near future? In my local community, Backford Springs Nature Reserve has just started a new management plan. This community-led programme aims to improve and protect wetland habitats, convert wastelands into new habitat for a range of species, and improve community efforts in engaging with environmental issues. This is vitally important because it provides a crucial link between fragmented habitats broken up by the urban development of the town. It's also so important because his volunteers provide an excellent example to the younger generation about how to care and look after nature. If this new plan works, the habitat can support a much larger range of species. That includes some threatened ones, such as the water vole. On top of this, by encouraging community engagement, it ensures that the future generations also care for nature. What's one skill I'm most excited about learning from this internship? I do love fieldwork, and it does excite me to learn about and improve on my identification and field survey skills. But I'm actually most excited to learn about countryside management techniques. Although I've previously learnt some basic theory about countryside management, I've never had the opportunity to implement it in the real world. This skill excites me the most because I think it will be very important to my future career, especially now with changing farming practices, new government policies coming into place, and a rapidly changing rural environment. How do I stay informed about developments in sustainability and climate policy? Primarily, like a lot of people my age, I get my policy updates from social media. Although this is quick and accessible, it's easy to see there's an influence from both sides of the climate and sustainability argument. This sometimes makes things confusing. When I really want to make sure the information I'm reading is correct, I make sure that I check multiple different sources. This helps me avoid unwanted biases. I also make sure that I check the base information, for example, scientific journals, to make sure that's accurate and reliable. Whilst doing this, I also ensure that I check multiple different sources of data, so that again, I'm not getting unwanted biases or only one opinion. Which environmental issue am I most passionate about, and why? I'm most passionate about human-wildlife conflict and habitat destruction. I'm particularly interested in nature-based solutions to fixing these problems and how innovative methods can be used to solve this issue. For example, the Galapagos here is a perfect example of how humans and nature can thrive together without conflict. I'm so passionate about this issue because I believe by solving it, it provides us with the only possible future. As humans, we depend on nature. So by finding these nature-based solutions, everybody benefits. They don't limit development, whilst they also promote sustainability. I've particularly seen the effects of habitat destruction and the resulting conflicts in the Amazon rainforest, as so much mismanaged development is occurring here and intruding into this habitat. As a result of this, we've seen sloths stranded in cities, and with known illegal deforestation happening only a few miles away from where I was staying, it's really opened my eyes to the current need to address this issue. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to hear back from you.